You trust your nanny cam to keep an eye on the kids, but sometimes it catches something far more sinister. Our first story takes us to a quiet suburban neighborhood, the kind of place where everyone knows everyone and doors are often left unlocked. A family had just installed a new nanny cam in their living room, mainly to check in on their new puppy while they were at work. For weeks, everything was normal. They'd log in, see their golden retriever pup sleeping on the couch or chewing a toy, and feel a sense of peace. But one Tuesday afternoon, that peace was shattered. The wife decided to check the live feed during her lunch break. At first, all she saw was the puppy, napping soundly in its bed. But then, a shadow moved in the corner of the screen. A man she had never seen before was slowly, silently creeping through her living room. He was dressed in dark clothing, his face partially obscured by a baseball cap. He moved with a strange confidence, like he'd been there before. He walked past the couch, his eyes scanning the room, picking up small valuables, a laptop from the coffee table, a wallet from the side table. The most terrifying part was how he completely ignored the sleeping puppy, stepping right over it as if it wasn't there. The wife watched, frozen in horror, her heart pounding in her chest. She immediately called 911, her voice trembling as she tried to explain what was happening. Police were dispatched instantly. Back on the camera feed, the intruder moved towards the master bedroom, disappearing out of the camera's view. Minutes felt like hours. She could only imagine what he was doing, rummaging through her personal belongings. Then she saw the blue and red lights flashing through the front window on the camera feed. The police had arrived. The footage showed the man darting back into the living room, a look of panic on his face. He ran towards the back door, but it was too late. The police announced their presence and the man surrendered. When the family reviewed the full footage later, they made an even more disturbing discovery. This wasn't his first visit. The camera's motion detection had captured him casing the house from the outside for several days, peering through windows, testing the back door. The nanny cam that was meant for a puppy had just saved their home and possibly their lives. It was a stark wake-up call about the illusion of safety. Next, we head to a family in San Diego who experienced every parent's worst nightmare. They had a nanny cam set up in their baby's nursery. One night, the parents were out for a rare dinner date, leaving their toddler with a trusted babysitter. They periodically checked the cam on their phones, feeling reassured seeing their child sleeping peacefully, and the babysitter reading a book in the living room downstairs. But around 10 p.m., the mother got a motion alert from the nursery cam. She opened the app, expecting to see her toddler stirring or rolling over. Instead, her blood ran cold. Standing over her child's crib was a complete stranger. A tall, gaunt man was leaning over the railing, just inches from her sleeping baby. He wasn't moving, he was just watching. For what felt like an eternity, the man stood motionless, a dark silhouette against the dim glow of the nightlight. The mother screamed, showing the phone to her husband. On the phone, they could hear the babysitter's confused and then terrified voice as she realized what was happening. He had apparently slipped in through an unlocked kitchen window. The only thing he took was the family's sense of security. The police later released the image from the nanny cam to the public, and the man was eventually identified and apprehended. It turned out he was a local transient with a history of mental health issues. The family has since moved, unable to shake the image of that stranger standing over their child's crib. That nanny cam footage became a haunting reminder of how fragile safety can be, even in the most sacred of spaces. This third incident is particularly unsettling because of the intruder's bizarre behavior. A single mother in Texas had a nanny cam to watch her two young children while she worked from her home office. One afternoon, she heard a strange noise from the kitchen. She initially dismissed it as the house settling or one of her kids getting a snack. But when she heard it again, a distinct shuffling sound, she pulled up the live feed of the camera she had positioned in the main living area. What she saw made no sense. A woman she'd never seen before was in her house, but she wasn't stealing anything. She was just there. The strange woman, who appeared to be in her late 40s, was calmly walking around the living room, picking up picture frames, looking at them, and then gently placing them back down. She then went into the kitchen, opened the refrigerator, and poured herself a glass of milk. She drank it slowly, looking out the window as if she lived there. The mother, watching this surreal scene unfold on her screen, was completely baffled and terrified. Her children were in their rooms, just down the hall. A couple in Washington state hired a new nanny for their 5-year-old son. She came with glowing reviews and seemed perfect during the interview. To be safe, they had cameras throughout the house, including a small, discreet one in the main playroom. For the first few weeks, everything seemed fine. They'd review the footage at the end of the day and see the nanny playing games, reading books, and taking good care of their son. But then, their son started having nightmares. He would wake up screaming about a man in the wall who would come out at night. The father watched in disbelief as the man, who he recognized as the nanny's boyfriend she had mentioned once, crept into the room. He walked around, looked at the toys, and then sat in the child's small rocking chair, rocking back and forth in the dark. The father's blood ran cold. The man in the wall was real. He immediately woke his wife and called the police. When officers arrived, they found the man still hiding in the crawl space. He had been living there for days, sneaking out at night to steal food and money. The nanny had given him a key, and he had discovered the hidden space. He was the reason the child was having nightmares. He had likely been coming out and looking at the boy while he slept. The nanny and her boyfriend were both arrested. The nanny cam didn't just catch an intruder. It uncovered a horrifying sustained home invasion and validated a little boy's terrifying nightmares. These stories show that the watchful eye of a nanny cam can reveal dangers we never imagined. What do you think about these stories? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video compelling, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content like this. Thanks for watching and stay safe out there.